What was once the world's most feared disease may be back again, courtesy China. A city in China's Inner Mongolia has reported a suspected case of bubonic plague, the same disease that killed more than 50 million people in the 14th century Europe. The city has been put on high alert, with authorities on the lookout for a second case. Bubonic plague is highly infectious, often fatal. It is transmitted by animals, often marmots, which are eaten in several regions in China. As the world battles the Wuhan virus, China's live animal markets have dragged millions of lives to another potential healthcare crisis. Here's a report.
This is the Chinese city of WION in Inner Mongolia, the epicenter of what may be another epidemic, if not a pandemic. China's questionable healthcare and animal trade has risked the lives of millions yet again. A patient has been admitted to a hospital in WION. He is a herdsman and is suspected to be infected by the bubonic plague, a disease which has long been synonymous to death. This is a Wuhan rerun. The bubonic plague is a zoonotic disease. It is transmitted through flea bites, rodents, and infected animals. The bubonic plague is highly infectious and often fatal. The disease results in painful, swollen lymph nodes. Patients have fever, chills, and coughing. WION authorities have issued a level 3 warning for plague prevention. The residents of WION have been told to minimize the risk of human-to-human transmission. They've also been told to avoid hunting and eating certain animals like marmots. Is there a cure for the bubonic plague? Yes, the WHO says the bubonic plague can be cured using common antibiotics. But there's a catch. The antibiotics need to be administered urgently. If an infected adult is not urgently hospitalized, then he or she can die in less than 24 hours. If untreated, the plague can kill at least 30 to 60% of the infected people. Now account for the fact that healthcare facilities around the world are already saturated, courtesy the Wuhan virus. So the question is, can a bubonic plague explode? Yes, it can, and it has in the past. The disease caused the Black Death pandemic in the 14th century. It spread to Asia, Europe, and Africa. At least 50 million people were killed in Europe alone. In 2017, Madagascar saw over 300 cases. Mongolia saw 2 cases last year. Both the patients had eaten raw marmot meat. It all comes down to China's animal trade and wet markets. Over the weekend, Chinese authorities asked people to report dead or sick marmots. But how is this enough? The world is already battling the Wuhan virus, one whose origin lies in one of the city's infamous wet markets. Is it then a coincidence that there's a potential outbreak of another zoonotic disease in China? Stamping out animal trade on paper is not enough. Marmots have a proven track record of spelling disaster. And in China, they are selling like hotcakes. In other words, China is a threat to global healthcare. And this is being proved over and over again. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.